Hello everyone. It's 4:25 p.m. in the afternoon. Excuse me. So, I had a little bit of frustrating morning this morning. I think I already told y'all about it, but I had like maybe 3 hours of sleep, and I'm feeling heavy pressure on my heart. Excuse me. I don't even know if the pressure is actually fluid around my heart. But so I'm still feeling sleep deprived. Bear with me. My thoughts are not clear, but this is a video that I'm doing to try to accompany a blog post. Excuse me, the blog post where I talk about the gang stalking hypocrisy, where they falsely accused me of being a scammer and a fraud. See, it wasn't windy until I started doing a video. Now they're making it extra fake windy on purpose to try to drown out my voice, so that people could end up complaining and saying that, oh, it's too windy, I can't hear you. They're trying to silence my voice. The wind picked up after my video started live streaming. So, excuse me. Well, I'm gonna say in advance. I have like 1 bottle of rubbing alcohol left. I need some more, and I need help with the funds to get some more, like 5 more bottles. And I also am trying to get help with funds for dinner. So I'm gonna get. I need help with funds for dinner, and I need help with some more rubbing alcohol. I just went to the Walgreens. They never. They seldom have what I need. They seldom have what I need. But this morning I had. Well, they ran out of juice, so I had blue Powerade, and I had a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit and a cinnamon roll and some water, for breakfast. I had no lunch. So, I need help with dinner, and I need help with some rubbing alcohol. Excuse me. Certain stores, I can get the rubbing alcohol for $3 for the big bottle. Excuse me. So I had some perp activity, when I went to the Walgreens this morning, and I was only able to. They only had 2 small bottles left. Either that or I was lied to. But anyway, so I need help with excuse me, some more rubbing alcohol, and I need help with dinner tonight. It looks like I'm gonna have to be on the streets tonight, and I think it's gonna be another cold night in the 50s. But I don't remember if it's Thursday or Friday. It's going to be 47 degrees. So if I should suffer out in 47-degree weather, or if I could get help with a hotel night. So here's, okay, so, excuse me. I think I woke up at 12 something and could not go back to sleep. And I don't know what time, if it was 2 o'clock or what time I started working on the blog post. So I figured if I would do the blog post first and then come and do the video, just showing y'all some small examples of evidence of the gang stalking hypocrisy. So I've said before that my twin sister was not the originator of the false smear campaign that I'm a scammer and a fraud. So, alright, when that Wayne Daniels guy was alive, he was in the TI community, and he was homeless and would ask for donations and stuff, you know, but, excuse me, what he did to me in 2019 was that he was telling everybody that he had a copy of the community policing handbook. And so it was over the summer, and I had a job at the YMCA at the pools in 2019. I had not long ago moved to Pensacola, and I was still somewhat new to the TI community on YouTube, you know, but I've been suspecting that I've been targeted since like maybe 2011 or 2012. But in 2015, 16, 17, I was really experiencing like more gang stalking, and the vibrating and the noise campaigns and the directed energy weapons caused me, you know, to end up homeless in 2016, you know. So in 2015, 16, 17, I saw videos about gang stalking and targeted individuals. And every time I try to Google search, my body vibrating. Gang stalking, cults, direct energy weapons would show, and it just wasn't clicking in my head. But, and in 2019, I got my final confirmation that I was being gang stalked. And researching narcissistic abuse led me back on the circle of researching gang stalking again. I didn't realize this was all connected. So I think I first heard of gang stalking in either 2011 or 2012 on Twitter. And see, when I'm talking about this, they're picking up the wind. Excuse me. And so, yeah, gang stalking, narcissistic abuse, cults, Freemasonry, human trafficking, witchcraft, and other stuff, New Age, all go hand in hand. So, in 2019, what Wayne Daniels did was, come on, man. He was saying that he had a copy of the community policing handbook with the, you know, gang stalking and stuff. And so everybody was anxious to get, you know, the copy of the handbook. So what he did to me was he lied and said, like, he lied and said that he sent me a copy of that he emailed me the copy of the community policing handbook, but he didn't. And he tried to covertly and secretly try to make it like as if basically you know, he was very secretive to try to make it like as if you have to buy it from him, or he wasn't going to give you a copy of the book unless you had a donation to give him. You know, unless you had a donation to give him. And it's like, You know, why you, I mean, just why can't you be honest about, you know, why couldn't you be honest about needing help if you're homeless and targeted? You know, I wasn't making much from my job, but I was homeless and targeted as well, living on the streets and working nights and working 2 jobs and still not being able to earn enough to make ends meet because there were 2 part-time jobs. And they were trying to sabotage and workplace mob me and all that. So, you know, I realized and connected the dots, and I realized, you know, I did a video saying Wayne Daniels is a fake TI scammer because he, you know, he tried to swindle, manipulate, and trick me, you know, with, giving him money when he lied and said that the community policing handbook is free. How are you going to try to sell something that's not yours? You weren't the writer of the book. You don't own the book. You just have a PDF copy of the book. And then come to find out, anyone in the TI community could go and find or look for or get a free copy of the community policing handbook. So certain people in the TI community were scared. They were saying that Wayne Daniels was doing this to them too. But I was the only one that had the courage to speak out. You know. And I was the only one that had the courage to speak out. And so then he said, I mean, like back in shortly after, I was doing videos about gang stalking and narcissistic abuse and the foster mom's abuse and all the abuse I went through growing up, and was doing constant videos. Excuse me. And I was doing constant videos, and then after that I tried to film a gang stalker that tried to take advantage of me financially after I got my they force farted me. After I got my tax refund check from the temp service jobs or some of those jobs in 2019, and I, you know, had to move to Pensacola. When I got the tax refund check, what happened was they had a gang stalker after I moved to Pensacola and then had to come back to New Orleans and try to get stuff out of the storage unit. And I put this Muslim gang stalker on film, and he slapped the phone out of my hand and slapped me in the face simultaneously at the same time when I tried to film and record him gang stalking and lying and gaslighting. He was trying to cheat and swindle me. He tried to illegally sold me a netbook and lied and said it was a laptop, and he swindled and scammed me out of $250 and lied and said that it was a he lied and said it was a laptop. Come to find out it was a netbook. And he was reading the Muslim Quran. And so, you know, I put him on film when we had an argument, and he slapped me in the face he slapped my phone out of my hand, like when he slapped the phone out of my hand and slapped me in the face, like simultaneously at the same time, and my phone fell to the ground and cracked and broke. And the video, like, deleted. So there was a police walking by. He tried to lie, and there was multiple witnesses. I'm glad they defended me. And so they, and the police officer wasn't listening. He tried to lie and say there was nothing he could do. But when I told the officer, I said, you know what? You're going to hell. I said, you're going to hell. Then he threatened to take me to jail. Excuse me. And so I guess I had been too scared to film and record gang stalkers, you know, and just was talking, you know, about my gang stalking experiences and everything. And I had started doing videos in 2019 about gang stalking on my first Psych World channel that's wrongfully gone. You know, and so, and I think I had like 189 subscribers and almost 1,000 videos. 900 something, 960 something videos, like maybe 962 videos or something like that. I had a lot of videos. And so then when I had the feud with Wayne Daniels, you know, he said, he falsely accused me of being a perp, and he tried to call me mentally ill, and me and him were going back and forth arguing with via YouTube videos for the next few days. Everybody sided with him. He falsely accused me of being a perp and called me mentally ill. So, come to find out, he was one of the popular fakes. And so I think he sold out and became one of the popular fakes. And then, to alleviate the suffering. Excuse me. And people was scared to speak out against him and said that he did them the same thing, secretly emailed them and try to, withhold the copy of the community policing handbook unless they donated him a certain amount of money. And people said that he liked to live off of women, and that he was, they said he liked to live off of women, and that he had, was very disrespectful to women, and he was, spend the donated money on cigarettes and booze or whatever, But, we just argued for, a few days. But then I was bitter and upset at him, every day until after he died, But he died right before our birthday. I think he died August 21st, 2021 or somewhere around there. And it was around the time the R&B singer Avant had died in a car accident. I mean, not Avant, Sam Salter. Wow, that's my sleep deprivation. I meant to say Sam Salter, not Avant. Sam Salter. Avant is still alive. But I don't know why I accidentally slipped and said Avant when I meant to say Sam Salter. But anyway, so yeah, me and Wayne Daniels argued. It was for 3 or 4 days back and forth, and everybody sided with him. That's when everybody started thumbing down all my videos. When he tried to say, yeah, you got no evidence, no, you got no real evidence, but you just talk. And so then later on, I had some kind of transportation van to take me from work. And then it was shortly after I was workplace mobbed off the job and forced to quit. And they had my last day of work, the gang stalking vehicle had followed the van all the way to the homeless sleep spot. And when I showed with one headlight or something like that, and no, they might have had one headlight, but I think it was a Kia Soul that followed me. And they're making my face itch. Oh, I accidentally scratched my eye. But so when I got out of the vehicle, out of the little transportation thing, and I filmed and recorded being gang stalked and followed to the homeless sleep spot. And I was gang stalked and followed to the homeless sleep spot. And then and then I did a follow-up video and said, oh, and I don't have no real evidence. And then I started being bold enough to post evidence of my gang stalking experiences, on YouTube. And then they started thumbing down all my videos. That's when the origination from when they started thumbing down mass thumbs down all my videos. But I think it was sometime in November 2019 was when I was at the beach on a Sunday, and I didn't get to film and record it. And I was I didn't get to film or record You know, it was a raggedy white truck at the beach with one headlight, and it was very sunny and bright outside. And I didn't think to film or record it. But then like do stuff like walk to the storage unit or something, and I try to get a picture or a video of gang stalking. It's like, dang, they passed by so fast. So it probably was August 2020. Between August and December. I think it was August 2020, before our birthday, 37th birthday, was when I started doing gang stalking perp walk videos. And like, shucks. So when I started doing gang stalking perp walk videos, I was able to gather more evidence and see more cars, you know, or vehicles with one headlight or whatever tactics that they do, you know. So it was during that thing that happened in 2020. It was May of 2021, and I was staying in an extended stay hotel. That hotel that was under $40 a night and $275 a week. What's that hotel called? Hospitality Inn Hotel in Pensacola. So I was doing YouTube videos, and I got some support, and they had a black female fake TI perp from all the way from Canada named Valerie, and I don't remember what her last name is, but you know, I didn't realize she was a perp playing both sides, and a fake TI perp. And she falsely accused me of lying and scamming. And she maliciously tried to cause division. She didn't even try to you know, it wasn't even that she misunderstood. You know. And then there was a lady all the way from Australia that loved me enough. She was a strong Christian from Australia, and she loved me enough that she donated me funds to stay in the hotel. And they argued, and the Australian lady defended me, you know, and they argued back and forth. But eventually that Australian lady cut off all contact with me. She emailed me for a little brief moment, but I don't even know if they compromised her. So, and then when Alex Dupree gang stalked me out of Pensacola, he started spreading false rumors. And him and the fake Textron vice handler and Alex Dupree, after they ran me out of Pensacola, and I was forced to suffer in Mobile, Alabama for almost 3 weeks. And Alex Dupree was trying to sabotage me getting help, and the stalkers would harass me and said, Alex Dupree said don't donate to you because you wasted on this, that, whatever, that you're gonna waste it on this and that. I have screenshots. And then the fake vice handler on YouTube was talking about offering me a deal, and Alex Dupree was trying to offer me fake satanic sellout deals. So I rejected them all. So me trying to stay true to myself and true to God. And then, you know, this fake TI perp that's abusive and narcissistic name, she was friends with Olga Limpkin, who's also another fake TI perp from Hawaii. Dang, her name is at the back of my head and the tip of my tongue. Yurdis Gonzalez. Her and a few other fake TI perps would, you know, harass and stalk and slander me and lie on me and falsely accusing me of being a scammer and a fraud, you know, when, excuse me, because it was in 2019, I was already in Pensacola when I realized that the gang stalking was so bad that me being wrongfully kicked out of and banned from shelters and soup kitchens and stuff I had to resort to being forced to eat at not hotels. I was trying to say eat out at restaurants. So I was working and had my own job at the time when I started eating out at restaurants, and they would gang stalk me with the food and everything. So I heard certain TIs forced to live that life, that they can't even eat at soup kitchens, or they can't trust everywhere to eat. They can't trust everywhere to eat for certain reasons, due to the targeting. And so, I've been, I spent almost all of 2019 living on the streets and seldom had hotel. Even when I had jobs, I still had to be on the streets. But it wasn't until 2020 that I ended up it was 2020 that I ended up because of all those hurricanes, I had to keep asking for funds for hotel. But I thought it was just for a temporary time and a brief moment, and then I thought I could go back to normal. Well, the stalkers started getting me wrongfully kicked out of and banned from places, even from homeless sleep spots, and getting me wrongfully trespassed and everything. And so, I used to be able to get to have a shelter overhead to protect me, like at a certain abandoned building or a vacant building. Like in the place would have a for sale sign, for lease sign, or whatever. And it would be like a abandoned bank. A police officer told me to go by the abandoned bank, and I would be able to go to the YMCA or somewhere else to go take a shower. I was working at the YMCA, so I would be able to get the shower and use the exercise or whatever, So, or I would go to UWF campus and swim and shower. Going to Pensacola State College campus, it didn't work out because at Pensacola State College because a woman named Kay Miller falsely accused me of being a pedophile, knew nothing about me, and she judged me just for being homeless. And I paid for the courses, and she was very bitchy and acting like she didn't want me to have showers, even with me swimming and paying for the course. And she made special evil rules for me, but let everybody else have more privileges, And she kept on saying, it's because you're homeless. It's because you're homeless. I'm like, I never heard of that. But then I've had other instances where, because I'm homeless, I get falsely accused of being a pedo. It happened at the Treme Center in New Orleans. And that's another place you could take a shower for free and swim and all that year round. But because those incidents happen, I don't go there no more. So for me to try to swim and shower while being homeless, or try to go to gyms, even if I'm a paid member, because I'm homeless, oh, you're a pedophile and you're not to be trusted. Or they don't make it like, oh, you're a thief. And I didn't realize this was all part of the gang stalking. So, in Treme Center, you can swim and shower for free. But as I said, due to stuff like that happening, I cannot, I can't go to those places no more. They falsely accused me of stealing toilet paper. They falsely accused me of stealing this and stealing that, and falsely accused me of being a pedophile. And it's like, well, what did I do? They acting like, because they acting like they judge me because of what they think I might do. So all that, excuse me. So, I felt very discouraged and I felt hurt. So anyway, I thought it was just going to be a temporary moment for me to ask for a hotel room, because in 2020 they had a lot of hurricanes back to back. Excuse me. And then they had that thing going on that I can't mention in 2020 that kept everybody in lockdown on whatever, So I thought it was just going to be a temporary moment, but by the So by people doing this and doing that to me, and having me wrongfully kicked out of and banned from places, and excuse me, even from homeless sleep spots, I spent many nights on the streets. But on rainy nights, I see other homeless people, when it's not raining, sleep under the shelter overhead by the aquarium here in New Orleans, But I get told that I cannot do that. That I can't sleep underneath the shelter overhead by the aquarium. So, if I were able to have a storage unit and have a sleeping bag and sleep underneath by the aquarium, and like maybe go and shower at the Treme Center or something like that, then that would be less hotel room I would have to ask for, and I probably could just eat off of my Social Security or whatever and get the things that I need, and I wouldn't have to ask y'all for nothing. But the gang stalking cult network, they make things more complicated and more difficult. So the fake T.I. perp Yurdes Gonzalez, I think she did donate me $20 one time. And then it was a few days later, I showed on Twitter, I said, well, thankfully, someone gave me some free Chick-fil-A, so I won't have to ask for help for dinner or something like that. And so she's like, oh, wait a minute, she gets an SSI check and food stamps. And then she started to falsely smear campaign me as a perp, and falsely smear campaign me, when it was her, a perp with a narcissistic personality, her. And she started to falsely smear campaign me as a, fake T.I. and a scammer and everything. Like, I was not getting food stamps. Because I felt like, what's the point of getting them if I only would get $13? So and then deal with being abused in order to just to deal with getting food stamps and stuff. So, when I was in Mobile, Alabama in summer 2020, the police would threaten me with jail every day being homeless on the streets. So that's when I had to be forced to ask for help for hotel room. And it wasn't like downtown Pensacola. But they have gang stalked me and run me out of downtown Pensacola, or wrongfully trespassed me from places because of the gang stalkers lying and saying that they own the property when it's freaking public property or something, Or they would anonymously call cops on me and tell lies and try to just run me out of the area. And so, and I just had a lot of other stuff going on. But anyway, so I blocked Yurdes Gonzalez for lying on me and making false assumptions about me. Then she went to smear campaign and lie and say that I'm a fake T.I. and that I'm a scammer and a fraud and everything. She turned like almost the whole damn T.I. community against me. And I had way less support. But I still had some support, but even though I felt like I had nobody. But more and more people in the T.I. community in 2020, before things got crazy, it was like February 2020, I started to question whether or not targeted individuals are turning into perps and selling out. Multiple of them sold out before that thing hit, where we had to, and especially during that time, I was one of the few who didn't sell out. And the gang stalkers had like a top 250 list of goals of TIs to either sacrifice or try to get to flip to become a perp. And they had the sex trafficker DJ that started, try to be my handler. And he was a nasty satanic sex trafficker that would call me from different fake text now numbers from Chicago. And try to beat me into submission and bully me and try to control me. He was younger than me, trying to sex traffic me. And he was trying to bully me to not be a Christian anymore. and he called himself Voodoo Gods. He had a fake YouTube channel called Voodoo Gods or something. Well, eventually, he gave up and left me alone. Alex Dupree gave up and left me alone. But Star Bricker, the fake Stephon Adams perp, and fake Darnell, they have not given up. It would be a miracle if fake Darnell ever gives up. You know, it would be a miracle. But because fake Darnell seems like he'll never get tired. Never gets tired. But they're not going to get me. Even if they do kill me, you're not going to succeed at turning me into a perp. I don't like people touching me or getting close to me. So how am I supposed to allow multiple men to run trains on me with the trafficking? I've never been a part of that lifestyle. Never wanted that lifestyle. Never fantasized really or dreamed about that lifestyle really. The dark side. You know, excuse me. I don't want to serve Satan. I don't want to be a New World Order Illuminati puppet. So they're trying whatever to destroy me, and they're forming weapons against me and prospering. And so, and all like right around our birthday, well, my twin sister said it was on our birthday when Star Bricker had showed her videos about me and tapped her on the shoulder and made her aware that I was doing videos and you know, speaking the truth about my twin sister and other people being family members and stuff being perps. And in September of 2020, my twin sister had cult member Flying Monkeys to you know, stalk, follow, and harass and attack me, and then falsely accused me of trying to get pity, sympathy, and attention and stuff like that. So then October 20th, somewhere around there of 2020, I got frustrated with the TI community being fake and playing both sides and wanting me to shut up and ignore everything. And right when I threatened to shut down my blog, YouTube channel, all my social media, that's when my twin sister swooped in at my lowest and then started doing fake videos pretending to be fake livid. Then I found out that she was a perp. So she had to hurry up and come with a quick fake smear campaign to lie and say that I'm a scammer and a fraud and clout chaser and pretending to be targeted just for attention and that I just want a group to belong to and that I just diagnosed myself from off the internet. Well, why don't y'all say that about all of us targeted individuals? But, I mean, who do I need to see, they're force farting me. Who do I need to diagnose me as a targeted individual? Who do I need to diagnose me as a targeted individual? As I said, you know, she lied and said I'm a scammer and a fraud and stuff. And Star Bricker probably put that in her head and gave her that idea because of, you know, because of what she saw other fake TI perps and regular perps do to me. So Star Bricker probably put my twin sister up to the idea of falsely smear campaigning me as a scammer and a fraud and everything. Now Star Bricker would, you know, be a cancer patient and you know, harassing me about how I should go get a job. I applied for numerous jobs and could not succeed at landing a job in 2020. When I went to go to Mobile, Alabama after Alex Dupree ran me out of Pensacola, one of the first things I tried to do was look for jobs and housing. Couldn't get anything. And the gang stalking was worse in Mobile, Alabama than Pensacola, Florida, and it was more black people than in Pensacola. It was more white people. You know, and the gang stalking was worse in Mobile, Alabama. Alex Dupree crossed state lines to gang stalk me and followed and harassed me, and they said that that's a felony crime and trafficking. And he was trying to get me wrongfully permanently banned from riding the Greyhound buses. Alex Dupree was an in-person stalker that would illegally swat me with the police. And I have videos telling me he would stalk, follow, and harass me and tell me the police got me under surveillance. Alex was trying to sex traffic me. Excuse me. And I don't even know if Alex Dupree got tired of me or if he fucking died. That man from New Orleans that was living in Pensacola, Florida, Mr. Diamond. Alex Dupree turned Mr. Diamond into a perp. But first, Mr. Diamond got arrested and went to jail for being drunk at the Whataburger downtown Pensacola, where I'm wrongfully permanently banned from that location. Gang stalkers. So Mr. Diamond used to love me. He used to be like I don't know if he was old enough for me to say like a grandpa, you know, but more like either a grandpa or uncle or something, you know. And when I first got to Pensacola, the homeless community used to love me. They used to embrace me. I used to be able to chat with and talk to them. They turned them all into perps. Alex Dupree, I saw him recruiting people to gang stalk me in front of my face. I mean, it was so much. But anyway, so my twin sister has her cult to call me greedy, to trigger me with greedy. Her channel is dedicated to trying to discredit my targeting. And they're profiting. My twin sister's a satanic sex trafficking perp. And act like she delusionally believed that she's a pimp that owns me. You know. She could tell me what to do, but I can't tell her what to do. I'm the older twin. Excuse me. She feel like she ain't going or don't have to listen to anything I say. But she has ways to bully and beat me into submission, to force me to obey, bow down and obey her. She's an abusive, satanic bully. So, this video turned out to be longer than what I thought or what I originally intended, and also my blog post is a little bit longer than I originally intended. But you know, for me to ask questions about like why, you know, I try to ask questions about why, you know, me pointing out the gang stalking hypocrisy with the fake TI perps and regular perps, that they have homes, cars, stocked pantries, loving families, and I think they beg for donations as a way to mock me and steal from me and take from me. They feel like they're taking from me. And that's why they don't need the donations, but try to, you know, ask for donations. But, you know, fake Darnell has been harassing me, talking about that I should be restricted to one small meal per day. And that fake sex trafficker DJ try to tell me, you don't need to be eating 3 meals a day. They're younger than me. You don't tell me what to do. You don't try to control me. Leave me alone and stay away from me and mind your business. You know, their goal is they're expecting me to prostitute. They're expecting me to sell my soul. I have screenshots of fake Darnell saying no food, no hotel, no this, no that until you sell your soul. So I'm greedy and crazy because I will not sell my soul. I'm not going to sell out to lessen the abuse. Y'all already done me too much. I don't even know if the cops would do something like crack my skull and break my neck because I won't sell out in a police brutality scenario. I've heard that they use pain, torture, and injury, severe injury, and attempted murder to try to get you to sell your soul and sell out to the devil. And I'm thankful and glad to have a Bible to tell me to not fear man. And I'm still working on it. I still be fearful and scared when the cops show up and all that, you know. But, you know, the gang stalking program has also helped me to be bold and stand up and confront and be more courageous and fight back. You know, a lot of people have been telling me throughout my life that I've been too meek, lowly, and humble, and that I need to stop being an easy pushover, and that I need to learn how to stop being a punk and learn how to stand up and fight. And stop being an easy pushover. Or they're trying to say you allow people to take advantage of you. But now I'm the problem and the troublemaker when I start standing up for myself and fighting back. You know. So I try to not make the blog post to be too long. You know, I try to not make the blog post to be extra long, but it was longer than I planned, a little bit longer. But I'm planning to put a link. I'm planning to put a link to the blog post and this video in the community post. You know, and also this video is just going to be a regular video on my channel as well. So I only asked for help when I need it. They reduced my Social Security check and completely wiped out the $24 SSI check. So I had, you know, and I still cannot get any regular jobs. I'm disabled with hypersensitive ears, Tourette's, OCD, and other things. And when I would try to do janitorial and dishwashing jobs and I have to bend over, they would squeeze my organs. Or they would have noise campaigns so bad I would be forced to have to leave work early that day. You know. But the stalkers might laugh and say, ha ha ha, oh, you know, you're getting karma because, oh, didn't you call Wayne Daniels a scammer? Well, he was trying to swindle and trick. I've been honest, and y'all have seen me be honest and straightforward with everything I need. If I say I need help with it, I go and get it. Like, in the beginning of the video, you know, I was straightforward with expressing what my needs are. I don't know if I'll get them, you know. So, I don't know if anyone can help me with $30 for today so that I could get help with dinner plus a few bottles of rubbing alcohol, you know. So, I'm trying what I can to survive during day to day and trying to be honest, you know. When have you ever seen me ask for help for a hotel room and get sufficient funds for a hotel room and then instead go buy a new pair of sneakers or something with it? You never saw me do that. If I get enough funds for a hotel room, it goes to the hotel night. So how is this scam and fraud? Tell me. If I'm fake homeless, my twin sister's trying to cover up because she's a part of the trafficking and stalking. And I said, you cannot be both the handler and the victim at the same time. She has, other people in the TI community say that my twin sister is one of my main handlers. And I cannot trust to go live with her because she's trying to blood sacrifice me. My twin sisters and none of my family, they are never to be trusted. Mark can't be trusted. None of them could be trusted. They all lie. They're all perps. They had, and if you're a gang stalker, how are you going to say that I did XYZ thing or said XYZ that's disgraceful or inappropriate or, if y'all doing the devil's work? Excuse me. Who the hell sits there and let their own twin sister go hungry? You do stuff like tell everybody don't donate to your own twin sister. When I saw my twin sister donate $100, she would donate to strangers GoFundMe. While telling everybody don't donate to me and have her cult to stalk my GoFundMe thousands of times per day. I wouldn't even get GoFundMe money every day. Not even every week, not even every month. They're trying to control me. They're trying to traffic me. I want to earn my living in a career, not an Illuminati fake sellout career, but just enough to survive and be independent. I love doing what I do as a self-published author and blogger, whether I write fiction or nonfiction. This is what I want to do to earn a living. I don't want to gang stalk. I don't want to torture other people. I don't want to sell my body. Because they ain't leaving it to where this is your only option. The same people who are lying and saying Candy is a scammer and a fraud and everything, those are the same people that are trying to traffic me into a satanic Luciferian cult, gang stalking cult network. I'm not selling out like other so-called TIs. So, DJ, with his fake satanic sellout offers, he would say stuff like, don't you want a better life? That's not a better life. DJ will refuse to reveal his real name and face, his real identity. I've tried to earn an honest living and they sabotage and destroy that. But it's like, how do you criminalize an honest living? I can have a job. If I work at, I could work at Winn-Dixie. Okay, me working at Winn-Dixie. Oh, Candy's scamming and fraud. Oh, did you see the new job that she got? Oh, yeah, let's go find it. Let's call up such and such Winn-Dixie location. And, oh, yeah, let's get her fired. Let's get her banned. Let's get her banned. Let's get her fired. And they're like, oh, yeah, we called up your employer and told them you molested your niece, Raven. That's not true. If you want me with a job, why did y'all lie on me and have me wrongfully permanently banned from the airport for the rest of my life. The day before I was supposed to start my first day of work. Why did y'all illegally swap me with the Sky Zone job? If you want me with a job. Why did y'all call up Piccadilly job, illegally find out where I'm at, call up Piccadilly, and have me, they bragged about how they called up the manager and the employer and, so the smear campaign me to my jobs. Why didn't y'all just let me have the airport job or whatever job? And those were lower paying jobs, low wage part-time jobs, and I got a bachelor's degree. And they were slick at Piccadilly. They were perps from the start. $11 an hour and 30 hours a week. Masonic 33, $330 a week. And net pay would be like $542. And I lasted not even 3 weeks. And the guy that workplace mobbed me did the final straw. I saw him working at fake Walmart last week when I had to go to court. No apology, no nothing. He made it like as if it was his first time seeing me. He was a perp in my way. And I didn't even realize he was, and that's the same motherfucker that wrongfully bullied and workplace mobbed me off the job. When I get a new place to live, within 2 hours, fake Darnell or other stalkers will illegally find out where I'm living at, where my new place to live is at. And they're like, we're gonna get you evicted. Like, I'd be like, damn, how did they find out where I'm living at? Within less than 2 hours. Or they find out where the new place I'm moving before I even get in town. As soon as I get on a Greyhound bus, like, you already know where I'm living at. These people trying to play God, they sold their soul to the devil, trying to play God with my life, and think that they are omniscient and omnipresent like the real God. But I'm never caving in. Never caving in. I don't want to be fake. But I'm forced to have to ask for help to survive because they are blocking me from earning a living from a real job, and also my writing is considered a real job. If YouTube can be a real job for everybody else, why not me? If I'm earning and they're threatening and trying to sabotage that too. They have sabotaged my writings, my ebooks, they've sabotaged jobs, they've sabotaged housing, they've sabotaged everything I try to accomplish. In Bloomington, Texas, I've self-published 3 ebooks on Amazon. I got almost nothing. And they'd be like, if I write a short story, like yesterday, and they'd be like, oh, look, this is Candy's latest scam. And then they falsely report my short stories for scam and fraud, for me to try to get my short stories out. Oh, man. But I don't want to, I've been talking for almost a whole hour. It is now 5:24. Well, I guess I'm going to have to live stream because, I don't even know if anyone will help me the moment that they see this video. But I need help with at least a minimum of $30 so I could get dinner and more rubbing alcohol. It is exhausting being forced to have to live like this. I'm tired of having to ask for help. It's taking a toll on me. It's exhausting for me to have to be forced to depend on others for survival. For me to be forced to depend on others for survival I've been always wanted to be independent, but they're forcing me to have to live like this. So they're stopping me from earning a living with my writings. I have more writing goals, and I've been passionate about my writing. Even if I don't make anything, a lot of times I share my short stories for free and give you the free will choice if you want to donate or not and help me make a living. Like, a lot of the times I write a short story and get nothing, but I still write anyway. I even share some of my ebooks and give you the option if you want to support and buy it, or if you just want to read it for free. But if my writing is so bad, then why do you keep stalking and reading everything I write and to talk bad about it and say you're sick and tired of me and you've been doing this shit for 5 whole freaking years? When is it gonna end? I'm sick of y'all too. I'm sicker of y'all than y'all claim to be of me. So I love my supporters, and I'm gonna take a break for a bit, and then I'll be back on to live stream. Excuse me.